Hi, I'm Sudhish Kamath and welcome back to Frequently Made Mistakes, the show where we break down storytelling traps in modern cinema and how to avoid them. Whether you're a filmmaker, a screenwriter, or just a movie buff, you're in the right place. Today's episode is about a common mistake in indie cinema and art house storytelling, getting stuck in the problem and a reluctance to engage with solutions. Filmmakers often obsess over despair than hope. How do we fix that? We've seen this in many films. The character struggles, the atmosphere is moody, the shots are just beautiful, yet there's no movement as such. No momentum, no shift in journey, just a slow ride on a scooter at night with different iterations of the same thought that this path is difficult. Where have we seen this before? We've seen this in the brilliant and frustrating Chaitanya Tamhane's Disciple, our case study for today. Now, The Disciple was among the last known art house films to make it to Netflix, and that was about 5 years ago. It's no secret that the space for independent cinema is shrinking. Occasionally, we'll have the film that's the entry to the Oscars from India, playing in limited screens, but you need to be 1 out of 500 filmmakers to actually get an audience and have your film watched. So what ails the art house form that people are not tuning in anymore? Indulgence is the word that's thrown around often when people describe art house cinema. What is this indulgence? Where does it come from? Let's talk about auteur theory. The auteur theory gave filmmakers the license to be uncompromising, to express a singular vision without interference. And there's a very clear parallel in the film we are discussing today, The Disciple. The character's devotion to classical music echoes the filmmaker's own belief in pure, uncompromised, artistic voice regardless of the audience. It's about tapasya, single-minded, disciplined pursuit of truth. But here's the difference. Classical music has been around for centuries. The rules are established. It's designed to be difficult to preserve tradition. Film, not so much. Storytelling is folk art. It has one purpose: to unite the tribe. Cinema itself is just over 100 years old. It has one job: to unite the tribe, to connect, to comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfortable. Even the most abstract of films like Tree of Life don't forget the journey. In fact, the Tree of Life tells us the story from the very beginning, from the creation of the universe, to life, to death, to grief, and to whispered prayers in the present. Even the master himself, Satyajit Ray, who started his career with the Apu trilogy, ended his career with the conversational, accessible Agantuk, where he explained science, civilization, and wonder in a way even kids could understand. Ray's tapasya took him from the abstract to the specifics in the pursuit of truth to engage with everyone, including children. Now, as much as I love The Disciple and understand that the pacing and organic, lifelike realism is exactly what Chaitanya Tamhane was going for, there can't be a better film to talk about what it means to be a true artist in the pursuit of excellence and perfection. In Chaitanya Tamhane's quote, the pace actually mirrors the judicial system and helped the film and made us see the world through his eyes. In The Disciple, the restless journey of his mindscape feels claustrophobic because we are trapped with a bitter, frustrated guy unwilling to listen to anyone for over 2 hours. If you haven't seen the film yet, it's still streaming on Netflix and tells the story of a few years in the life of a classical music artist who dedicates his life to getting the nuance of Khayal tradition right. All the reminders of how hard the journey is made in the first 40 minutes of the film while he rides his scooter listening to his spiritual mentor Mai's voice recordings. You must learn to be lonely and hungry, do not be restless, do not become a circus monkey performing for the audience, don't chase fame, don't chase money, persevere, endure. These are all deeply moving, profound insights, but they repeated over and over again, and that the entire film becomes an iteration of the same ideas. He struggles to stay focused, he cares for his ailing guru, he tries to make a living, but there's no shift, no gear change at all. It all just builds up to an ending where he walks away and starts a music label. All the big ideas are stated upfront and the film simply loops through them. The pacing is beautiful, yes, but also indulgent. Like the protagonist himself, the film doesn't move forward at all. There's no information till the final scene. The final beat, him commercializing music and starting a label, is the most obvious conclusion. There's no internal transformation, no shift that challenges what we thought we knew. It's not moving us emotionally or intellectually in any new direction. So what could have helped? Could this have been fixed? 2 hacks. Forward momentum, poetic justice. Forward momentum doesn't mean making it fast. It means letting the journey evolve. Letting something happen that puts the character in conflict, externally or internally. And poetic justice doesn't mean karma. It means a story resolution that feels emotionally and thematically earned, not predictable or tacked on towards the end. The first one, forward momentum, rarely happens in The Disciple. And the second, the poetic justice, is so organic that there's nothing poetic about it. The Disciple embracing commercialization of music towards the end is the most obvious choice given all the information we've been given in the first 40 minutes. While it's totally fair if you don't want to give your character closure or provide any clear resolution or convenient solutions, the least you can do is provide forward momentum or poetic justice in your film. In the absence of both, to not lose the tribe, at least tell them something they didn't know already at the beginning of the film. In the first 40 minutes, we know the artist's path is lonely, we know it's difficult, so what's the new insight? What's the fresh perspective? That's the real test of an auteur. And let's remember, people don't owe us time or attention. And without an audience, there is no art. Because filmmaking costs money. And people spend money on stories that make them feel that they're not alone, that there is at least one person on screen on the same journey as them. Stories have a form, a journey from point A to point B. The best way to keep track of the journey is to actually treat the character arc like a real map and write down the milestones along the way. Ask yourself, does the route take us to some place that's new and surprising? Ask yourself, why is it taking so long to get from one milestone to the next? Is there a more efficient, effective way to get there? How to make it more exciting than a scooter ride on an empty road in the middle of the night when people all around are falling asleep? Now for your writing exercise. If you're someone who loves slow, meditative, artsy film, here's a practical challenge. Take any slow film that you like and try to rewrite the midpoint. Not the beginning, not the end, but the middle. What happens if, at the 50% mark, something changes? Like a secret is revealed, or a character is forced to act, or a value shifts, or a theme is challenged. Let that moment give the film direction. Without changing the tone or subtlety, give the audience a turning point that deepens their emotional investment. Because even in the quietest of films, our souls crave resolution. That's all I have for you in this episode of Frequently Made Mistakes. If you enjoyed the episode, hit like, subscribe, or drop a comment below with your favorite slow indie and tell us whether it kept you emotionally invested or lost you in the haze of problems. Until then, write sharp, edit slow. Goodbye.